Hi, Peter Van Brookham here from Techboard. Today we're speaking to Graeme Speak from Bankvault. Graeme, can you tell us in a nutshell what Bankvault does?
So Bankvault stops bank accounts from being hacked. The way we do that is we secure transactions by building invisible endpoints that simply bypass hackers.
Can you tell us what's different about Bankvault from its competitors?
So there is no direct competitor to this. And we are addressing one part of the security question. So you'll find that the banks are providing two factors of authentication, an SMS text message or a fob security device, or maybe a hardened browser with a security certificate on a thumb drive, various things. We're not replacing those. We're addressing a completely different part of the chain. So it's actually the device. 99.99% of hacks by volume actually start on your PC or your smartphone. It could be a keylogger, it could be a man-in-the-browser attack. This is where it all starts. The point that we're addressing is providing a hardened endpoint device. It's exactly equivalent to you going down to your local store every time you need to do an absolutely secure transaction. You buy a new PC, you use it once and then dispose of it. That's essentially what we're doing. It's actually fundamentally very simple, very, very basic, which is why we think we won't be supplanted by things. This is something that's relevant to a lot of situations, not everybody, but it's certainly very relevant.
How's the market responding to your offering, Graeme?
So we've got huge interest. It's a very novel approach to this massive problem. We know that the problem is a $500 billion problem today. It's expected to go to $2 trillion in the next 3 years. A big, big problem. It'll be concentrated on first world countries. The bulk of the first world countries' economy is small to medium businesses. And for the most part, these small to medium businesses are absolutely sitting ducks compared to the sophistication of the hacking teams. So it's very, very relevant. It's a massive market opportunity. It's global. And our approach is completely novel. And we're addressing like the sliver of the problem that no one else has actually addressed. And can't. You can never harden a PC where you've got multiple software packages from different suppliers and there is no one party that is able to take complete control of your security. We can.
So Graeme, can you tell us about the device you're holding?
The device in my hand. So this is your Bankvault key. You insert this into your computer and what we do is basically have a micro operating system on here that recycles your CPU. So we're not changing any of your hardware. The other end of it is a supercomputer. We use 3 factors of authentication. We could use 4 if we wanted to identify you that you are logging in from that specific machine and we know it's you. At that point, you're authenticated. We build a virtual machine on the other side of the world somewhere. We do that instantly and use that as your endpoint device. Now you don't need this. You can actually connect to this with a piece of software, an app on your PC or your smartphone. You can connect to it with a browser. So we've got basically 3 products in the range now. A light version within a browser, the software app, which is a professional version, and this, which is the business version. So this is what we think is an absolute solution. The other solutions are probably less secure. And there's a 4th product we're just building right now, which is an enterprise version, which is what we'll sell to institutions.
So Graeme, what are you expecting for Bankvault in the year ahead?
It's a really exciting time. So I'm talking, our conversation has now changed from sort of raising $500,000 to $1 million to probably raising $10 million. And that's kind of what's expected of us. My path right now is to probably raise the next $500,000 to $1 million here in Australia and do that as quickly as we can. That will put plenty of rocket fuel into the system. We want to then expand outside. So I think ultimately we'll end up in either Silicon Valley or New York. And that'll be kind of within 12 months. Roughly is the plan right now. My preference is to keep the business Australian for as long as possible. And something for other tech entrepreneurs too, you don't want to lose control quickly. You want to hold that control. Once you lose control, you lose it forever. You'll never get it back. It's not so much about the valuation of the company from day to day, that would just change. It's not really about the money even, but the control you lose forever. So what I've risked everything on so many times now is trying to keep that control, to keep what we're doing very, very clear and centered.
Thanks very much for coming to talk to us today, Graeme.